Chapter 1 Soul records Bai Zemin, a normal 20-year-old student at Beijing University, complained about the unpredictable weather as he looked out the window of his dorm room. Rain poured heavily, causing chaos in the world. Over the past year, the weather had become increasingly strange, with deserts flooding and polar ice caps melting and refreezing. Scientists attributed these changes to the planet's protective layer malfunctioning and urged countries to be careful with pollution. As a result, people always carried umbrellas, fearing sudden storms even on sunny days. While searching for warmer clothes, Bai Zemin felt a sudden tremor. Everything around him started moving, but he managed to hold on to the closet and prevent it from collapsing. He felt a strange sensation inside him, as if he had been punched in the stomach. For a few seconds, everything returned to normal. Bai Zemin then noticed a green message appearing in his vision, informing him that the soul records had arrived and he could view his status window. Curious, Bai Zemin read his status window, which displayed his level, race, job, and attributes. Before he could process this, a beautiful woman named Lilith suddenly appeared in his room. She introduced herself as a sixth-order succubus from the demon faction. That conversation was interrupted by cries and sounds of chaos outside. Bai Zemin rushed to the window and witnessed horrifying scenes of people turning into zombies and attacking each other. In one instance, a girl was bitten and killed by a zombie, only to rise again as one of them. Bai Zemin also witnessed a giant bee attacking the zombies, killing them instantly by piercing their heads. In a desperate act of self-defense, Bai Zemin used a wooden chair to defeat the bee, which resulted in him gaining its soul power and acquiring a powerful skill called blood manipulation. As he examined this newfound skill, Bai Zemin momentarily forgot about Lilith's presence. When he turned around, Bai Zemin cautiously confronted Lilith, still holding the chair as his only weapon. She revealed her identity as a succubus belonging to the demon faction, leaving Bai Zemin even more bewildered and wary of her. In this chapter, Bai Zemin encounters a mysterious, beautiful woman named Lilith. Although he's puzzled by her unusual introduction, he quickly comes to acceptance. When Lilith proposes for him to become hers, he declines, unwilling to have his life essence drained. Discovering a red scroll in his hand, Bai Zemin chooses to learn from it, mysteriously striking a deep reed rune symbolizing his mastery of the skill of manipulating blood. Soon after, the door to his room is busted open, with at least one zombie trying to break in. Swiftly, he manipulates wirings from the TV as a barricade, successfully killing two of the intruding zombies. Students whose visage is now marred by trails of blood. Bai Zemin, equipped with his newfound ability to manipulate blood, manages to kill two new zombies successfully, finding that this skill eases his fears significantly. However, feeling puzzled when he doesn't gain any stamina boost on the corpse of the second zombie, Lilith explains that the more creatures of the same type and level he kills, the lesser the benefits he gets due to his soul power acquiring resistance to them. He can obtain more benefits only by killing other creatures. Prompted to seek a safer environment, he resolves to leave his room, packs up necessary items, and walks out. Although amidst puzzlement, he decides to address his immediate issue instead, as inquiries won't solve his dilemmas at the moment. This chapter concludes with Bai Zemin successfully harnessing blood manipulation, effectively countering the zombie intrusion, and embarking on his journey to find a place of safety, opening a new chapter in his survival in this apocalyptic scenario. In Chapter 3 of the novel, Bai Zemin continues his journey through the dormitory complex, facing the challenges of the zombie-infested environment. Due to his family's financial struggles, Bai Zemin is determined to work and study to support himself and his younger foster sister. Lilith, the succubus who has been guiding him, suggests that he use the free status points he has accumulated, but Bai Zemin decides to save them for a future need. As he walks down the hallway, three male zombies appear in front of him. Bai Zemin tries to use his blood manipulation skill, but it has no effect on the zombies. Lilith quickly advises him to heat the zombies' blood and guide it to their eyes. Bai Zemin successfully executes the plan and kills the zombies, gaining soul power and leveling up in the process. Bai Zemin continues his efficient hunting. using his mana to create small strings to immobilize the zombies, and then attack their brains with his mutated bee stinger. He reaches the first floor and encounters a stronger and taller zombie with powerful arms. Bai Zemin narrowly avoids being hit by the zombie's fist and retaliates with a kick. He then creates blood chains to restrain the zombie and repeatedly stabs it with his bee stinger until it is finally defeated. At defeating the zombie, Bai Zemin discovers a rare treasure orb that had fallen from its body. The chapter ends with Bai Zemin picking up the orb and wondering about its contents. In this chapter, Bai Zemin demonstrates his resourcefulness and adaptability in handling various situations. He combines his skills and intelligence to overcome challenges and level up. The story highlights the harsh realities and sacrifices that Bai Zemin and his family have to make due to their financial situation, providing a glimpse into the character's background and motivations. This chapter takes the reader into the brutal and chaotic world facing the Bai Zemin. Armed with the powerful Regulus, Bai Zemin begins to understand the true scope of his newfound power. The chapter opens with Bai Zemin's discovery of an orange orb, which he instinctively knows how to use. Squeezing the orb, it transforms into the Xuanyuan sword, a dark golden blade with engravings that give it a mysterious aura. Bai Zemin's excitement grows as he realizes the sword's immense power, capable of piercing nearly any creature's defenses, and boosting his strength by an additional 20 points. With the Xuanyuan sword in hand, Bai Zemin sets out to navigate the chaos on campus. He witnesses fellow students being hunted by zombies, oversized insects, and mutated animals of terrifying size. The scene is akin to Hell on Earth, with students bleeding and crying out for help. While the defeated become food for the victors to grow stronger, Bai Zemin's indifference to others' suffering is challenged when Lilith, a mysterious presence who has been silently observing him, speaks up. She reminds him that humans have long hunted animals for survival, and in this new world, they are not the only ones who will hunt to live. Bai Zemin contemplates these words but remains steadfast in his priority to survive and find his family. As he continues on his journey, Bai Zemin encounters a girl being chased by a giant dog. Acting swiftly, he saves her from the jaws of a terrifying creature. They are joined by another student, and together they seek shelter in the dangerous terrain, the gym being the only seemingly safe place out of reach of the mutated creatures. Throughout the journey, Bai Zemin showcases his exceptional strength, agile movements, and lethal sword skill. He saves the lives of numerous students, impressing them with his abilities. However, his interactions with a student who has been scratched by a zombie reveal a harsh reality. With limited sympathy or hesitation, Bai Zemin forces the student to leave for the sake of the group's survival. The scent of blood clings to him, instilling both fear and admiration in those around him. Lilith, fascinated by his growing power, watches closely with tempting eyes. She is convinced that Bai Zemin possesses qualities that she cannot resist.